Are we all set? Okay. I'd like to call the meeting to order. This is the School District of Waukesha Board of Education reorganization meeting on April 22nd, 2019. I don't know why I want it to be fall, but yeah. We have really two big orders of business tonight, but we're going to start by taking roll call. Sue, will you do that for us?
William Baumgart. Greg Dietz.
Here.
Amanda Roddy.
Here.
Diane Voigt.
Here.
Patrick McCaffrey. Kurt O'Brien.
Here.
Karen Reinacek. Joseph Como.
Here. And have we been properly posted with the media, Sue?
Yes, we have.
Okay, thank you. Our first order of business will be the election of officers. Each year, the Board of Education votes on who their officers are going to be, and that will be for president, vice president, treasurer, clerk, and secretary. And our second order of business will be a closed session after this. So, just as we do every year, and there's some, I don't remember the exact statutes, Dr. Gray, but within a certain period of time after the elections, we have to.
Correct, between now and early May.
Yeah, we have to actually elect
Next board meeting.
our officers. So, and what we're going to do is the same process as we've used in the past, which is outlined by the state. We're going to make nominations, have a first ballot, perhaps a second ballot if there isn't a majority, and we'll repeat that process for each of the positions, again, of president, vice president, treasurer, clerk, and secretary. A few more guidelines that I'll go through just to remind us of what those are. First, ballots will be confidential as allowed by state law. The secretary will count the ballots and will announce the results, and that's Sue. Officers will be elected by a majority of board members present. Nominations need to be seconded, which is the tradition of this board. However, board members can vote for anyone through the write-in process. So if you do nominate someone and or second someone, you're not required to vote for that person. You can vote for anybody who is nominated. And if there's only one nomination, a ballot vote is not necessary, and a motion to close nominations and cast a unanimous vote may be made and seconded, followed by a roll call vote for approval. And if there is if there isn't a majority after the first ballot, a second vote shall be cast for the two candidates that receive the greatest number of votes. Any questions? Same that we've done in the past. I know you've all been through this a number of times, so. Yeah, so. Any questions? You're all set? Everyone set? Okay. Well, we're going to start with the office of the president. And I would be looking for any nominations at this time. Any nominations for president? Amanda.
Nominate Joseph Como.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. O'Brien. Are there any other nominations for president?
I'll nominate Bill Baumgart.
Is there a second for Bill? Seconded by Diane. Any other nominations for the office of president?
I'll nominate Kurt O'Brien.
Okay. Greg nominates Kurt. Is there a second for that nomination? Second by Diane. Are there any other nominations for the office of president? Okay, I'll close the nominations. We do have 3 nominations for president. Joe Como, myself, Bill Baumgart, and Kurt O'Brien. So at this time, we're going to be using the yellow ballots for the office of presidency. We can cast our votes, and Sue, you'll collect them.
By a majority vote, Joe Como.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate your vote of confidence. We'll move on to the office of Vice President. Are there any nominations for Vice President?
I'll nominate Kurt.
Greg's nominated Kurt O'Brien. Is there a second to that?
Second.
Second by Amanda. Is there any other nominations for Vice President?
I nominate Amanda Roddy.
Karen nominates Amanda. Is there a second to that? Second by Mr. Baumgart. Are there any other nominations for Vice President? Okay, we'll close nominations. And we do have two people nominated, Kurt O'Brien and Amanda Roddy. We'll be using the orange ballot for voting for Vice President.
And by a majority vote, Amanda Roddy.
Congratulations, Amanda.
Thank you.
We'll move on to Treasurer. I'll open up nominations for Treasurer.
I
Diane, is
nominate Kurt O'Brien.
there a second for Kurt?
Second.
Second by Greg. Other nominations for Treasurer? Karen?
I nominate Diane Voigt.
Is there a second for Diane?
Good.
Second by Amanda. Any other nominations for Treasurer? Okay, we'll close the nominations for Treasurer, and we will be using the green ballot for voting for Treasurer.
And by a majority, Kurt O'Brien.
Congratulations, Kurt.
Thank you.
And now I'd be opening up nominations for clerk. Is there a second for?
Wait, she's
Amanda,
already an officer.
yeah, she has
She's
a
already an
position.
officer.
So
Sorry about that.
yes, you are correct.
Oh, she can do two things.
Yeah. I nominate Diane Voigt.
Withdraw that.
I nominate Diane Voigt. I'll second.
Second by Greg. Is there any other nominations for clerk? Okay, seeing none, I would be looking for a motion for a unanimous acceptance. Mr. Baumgart?
I'll make a motion that we not necessary to have another motion, so I would close nominations.
Is there a second to
Second
that?
to that.
This is not a roll call vote, just a,
Roll call.
oh, it is a roll call vote. Okay. Thank you, Sue, for correcting me on that.
William Baumgart.
Aye.
Karen Reinacek.
Aye.
Kurt O'Brien.
Aye.
Amanda Roddy.
Aye.
Greg Dietz.
Aye.
Diane Voigt. Joseph Como.
Aye. Passes 7-0. Congratulations, Diane. And then the final office that we need to elect is for secretary. Do we have any nominations? Mr. Bungart,
Bettinger.
is there a second to that? And by Karen? Any other nominations for secretary?
I move to close nominations.
We'll take a roll call vote on that.
Second.
Oh, I'm sorry. Second?
Sure.
Second by Amanda. Roll call vote.
Greg Dietz.
Aye.
Karen Reinacek.
Aye.
Diane Voigt. Aye. William Baumgart. Kurt O'Brien.
Aye.
Amanda Roddy.
Aye.
Joseph Como.
Aye. Passes 7-0. Sue, congratulations.
Thank you.
I was hoping no one was going to nominate Todd, you know,
Would have
so.
withdrawn.
No, thank you.
You don't want me as secretary.
Well, I appreciate everybody attending this tonight, and this is an important part of our procedures every year, and congratulations to everyone who are officers, and I know each of us who holds those positions take that very seriously, and we have another hard year of work ahead of us, and we'll continue to move on doing so. As always, too, we have the surveys that are distributed every year to get your input on who you would like to see chair each committee, which committees you would like to chair on or be a part of, and we also have some other tasks such as the Waukesha Education Board representative and CISA 1 representative, so on and so forth. So if you could get that survey into Sue by, is it Friday the 24th?
Oh, Wednesday.
Wednesday the 24th. Wednesday the 24th. I was right on the 24th, but not the day. So then I will take a look at those, and we'll try and get out the committee assignments as quick as possible.
I'll have them put in your Friday packet.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for doing that, Sue. Okay.
Before we go into close, just want to remind the board, too, that we will need to begin the process to replace Barb's seat. So like last time, I worked with board president on, we put out an advertisement, and people will apply just like they would, I guess, for a job, but they would provide a resume, and the board would then select an evening to interview. Typically, last time they interviewed all those who applied, and then they go into deliberations, and the deliberations are an open session on choosing a successor. So we'll begin that process shortly, I would assume.
Thank you for reminding us of that. And you did get the information out generally to everyone, right?
I sent the
you pointed out the policy.
and the process, so if you have any questions or didn't get it, let me know, and we'll get it out there, so. Yes, Karen?
So if someone from the public wanted to come and run, they would just come into Sue's office and fill out an application and submit their
Right, well,
resume?
we'll develop an advertisement that we have to put in the paper
Okay.
for X amount of days. I can't remember,
There's no application. They would
Oh,
send a
yeah.
just
resume.
I can't remember if
Just
it
the
was 30 days, or there's a time period of which we have to allow people to
Okay.
apply, and we'll get that out, and I'll actually, when we've got the ad, I'll send it to all the board members, so if you know of someone that's interested and they may not see the Freeman, you could forward it to them as well. So,
Okay. Barb will be missed. She served us a lot of years in a lot of capacity, not just as a board member, but as a teacher and as a principal and also as a board member. So, okay, at this time we'd be looking for a motion to go into closed session. Do I have a motion? Karen?
I move that we adjourn to executive session per Wisconsin statutes 19.85, parentheses 1, parentheses C, to consider employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation of any public employee over which the government body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility.
Is there a second to that? Second by Amanda. Sue, will you take the roll call vote on that?
Kurt O'Brien,
Aye.
Greg Dietz.
Aye.
Amanda Riley.
Aye.
William Baumgart.
Aye.
Diane Voigt. Karen Reinacek.
Aye.
Joseph Como.
Aye. Passes 7-0. We'll go into closed session immediately. It's only going to be 10 minutes or so, and then we will most likely be reconvening into open session at that time. So. Okay, welcome back. We have now reconvened into open session, and we do have one matter to consider. Mr. Baumgart?
Based on the conversation we had in closed session, according to Wisconsin statutes 19.85, parentheses 1, parentheses C, I would now move for approval of a non-renewal for the two employees.
Okay, is there a second to that? Second by Mr. O'Brien. Any discussion? Okay, Amanda, will you take the roll call vote?
William Baumgart.
Aye.
Karen Reinacek. Kurt O'Brien.
Aye.
Amanda Roddy. Aye. Greg Dietz.
Aye.
Diane Voigt.
Aye.
Joseph Como.
Aye. Passes 7-0, Amanda. And that concludes our meeting tonight. We stand adjourned. Everyone have a good evening.